Welcome to GetRoaring. I am Rory. Fancy meeting you here. How's it going there, Alex? Al, how you doing? It's time for some more NHL franchise mode, featuring the Moncton Lions and NHL 21. It's playoff time, folks. It's playoff time. Let's check the lineup. I'm going to just check our chemistries and all that business. See how things are going. We do have a couple defensemen injured, but I'm going to keep the big line as it is. And I'll have Vineyard, Parise, and Barnes on the second. Burrows, Legacy, and Lang. I'd like to keep them together for the +3. Formanton, Stevenson, and Leeson. I mean, Stevenson optimally would be better up in the lineup, but that's okay. At least the fourth line is playing. Let's check out the defense. Vineyard, Addison, Gillies, and yeah, I have it set. Well, I don't know if I set it up, but for slow chat, but it'll come up eventually. And I didn't start right away, so you know, I saw your messages before I started it. It's okay. Things aren't gonna happen super fast here, so as it goes, we'll you know, I'll prompt if there's a decision or an idea. If you have comments, feel free to put them in the chat. If I catch them, then we'll see if we can adjust. But for now, I think I'm okay with the way the defense is set up. Let's check the special teams. Yeah, the 4-man power play looks a little, you know. Let's see if we can do something here. Morrissey, I don't want there. Let's try Bacchus. Oh, okay. How about Vineyard? Okay. Something's got to give here. Let's try switch. Okay, LaBelle up there is good. Oh, that kills it. Bacchus? Do we have another OFD? Do not. Bacchus is the only OFD we got going. What if we put Formanton back here? See how that looks. Ugh. Things are not helping. Leeson back there? Leeson's a power forward. That's weird. Burrows? Nope. Who's gonna work out there? I think we had a +1 with Morrissey, so I guess that's our best solution. I guess. Alright, so we have Parise, Vineyard, and let's move Burrows up there. We'll have Bacchus and Barnes? Let's try Barnes. There we go. That looks good. That way I have a sniper at the point. I mean, is that... No. Okay, we're going to leave it this way. At least we get 2 +1s. 4-man... So we'll change that up to have Parise. Murley will be good there. Bacchus switch with Morrissey. Vineyard here. Yeah, it's 4-man power play. Penalty kill. This needs to be fixed up. So let's do that. Power forward. We don't need a sniper on the penalty kill. Yeah, I've not liked the composition of my first line this season. I thought the coach would be better for that, but I want that. I want the chemistry on the first line, but my first line is really good. So in the off season, hopefully I can address something to do with that. I'd like to have a power forward instead of Murley. Murley I've never been overly enchanted with, but you know, we were doing okay. But if we can get a power forward to replace Murley, then I would do that. And top 4D, I was really hoping that one of the bottom 3 guys were going to step up, and none of them seem to be budging from 81. So we'll see when we get to the off season. Let me try. Yeah, okay. That's not great. 2 power forwards. That's not great, but at least it's not in the negatives. Okay. Now that we've got our lineup set up, let's get going with the first game of the playoffs. There we go. Alright, first period, let's see how we do. So Morrissey and Benstrom. Okay. Philly gets a power play right off the top. But we had a 4-on-3. Sonny Milano scored. Oh gosh. Okay. Sonny Milano lighting up the world. What's the deal? We had like a 4-on-3 there. There we go. Legacy puts one back in. We can catch up. I believe we can. I mean, the shots don't show that. There we go. Power play. Come on. Take advantage. Nope. Never mind. It's worth a shot. Oh, but Barnes puts one in. Oh, come on. 5 minutes left. Parse gets the tiebreaker. There we go. Lafreniere on the power play. This might be going to OT. Let's see what happens. Oh gosh, giving up a lot of penalties there in OT. That's a scary premise. And 44 shots by Philly. Oh boy. Lafreniere, oh goodness. Beauty. 3 stars. There you go, Lafreniere. Big boys doing big things. That's good. He had 2 goals, 1 assist. Milano had 2 goals, and Benstrom 1 goal and 1 assist for the win from Moncton. Sweet. Shall we keep moving along? I think we should. Oh, one thing I want to do before we continue. Let's turn auto rotate goalies off. So we have Kaigorodov stay in net. Because it really sucks when you're in a playoff series and then all of a sudden you see your backup goalie in there when your starter is perfectly healthy. This is not the time for that. I'm just gonna double check the lineup. Let us check the goaltenders. Kaigorodov is in place, good to go. Alright. Second game. Let's rock and roll. It looks like Charlottetown's also in the playoffs. Alright, so Anisimov scores for them in the first period. Shots are about even, which I'm happy about. Lang puts one in. Parse comes back. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh. It feels like being a Leaf fan sometimes, seriously. Oh goodness. The last 2 playoffs have been disappointing, to say the least. Alright, so 4-2 for Moncton. And Philly's on the power play. This one's not looking good. Oh gosh. Well, well, at least Murley came. Oh, never mind. Murley came back with one, but Benstrom is having a career. All right. All right. So Benstrom had 2. Kubalik had 2. Braden Point had 3 assists. Alright, let's move ahead. Series has been kind of here and there. Okay. It might have been a minor injury for Rory there. Let's check it out. Let's take a look. Alright, I think we'll leave it as is. Alright, next game. So here we are, we're at home. 8 times, let's rock and roll. Well, 1 each. You know. Oh, there we go. Parise on the power play. I mean, I wouldn't be against riding this the entire way home, but more goals on our side would be okay. There we go. Burrows puts one in. On Cat a hat. Right, third period. We have the insurance marker. Apparently we need it. It was a long power play there, but nothing happened. Oh, but Mel puts one in to give us another insurance. Just run out the clock. Oh, Addison, empty netter. Thank you very much. Let's check the 3 stars for the game. Burrows 1-1, Addison 1-1, Parise. So everybody's contributing. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. All right. Let's take a look how the series are doing. So in the West, ooh, the Battle of Alberta. Chicago's got a 3-1 lead. The Preds are up 2-1, and the Coyotes are ahead of Vegas 3-0. On our end, Buffalo is just punching Montreal without them even knowing it. It's gosh. Ottawa has beaten the Capitals 2-1 so far, and Canes 2-1 over the Rangers. We'll see what happens. That doesn't look good for Montreal, but you never know. I know that things can change drastically. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. See if we can get a stranglehold on this series. Rank it up to 8 times. Let's go. First period, nothing happened. Here's the second. Sonny Milano, goodness. Sonny Milano has never had such a game. But Backus gets one on the power play. My goodness. If you have nails, start biting them. Oh goodness. Hurd scores one. 2-1 for Philly. They're still on the power play. What is this, like 2 majors? That was crazy. Gillies puts one in on Kata Hat there, so we're up in shots, but we're tied in score. Taylor Radish with 346, and then Sonny Milano buries the dagger. And Suklopov gives us another kick while we're down. Ouch. Oh, goodness. It looked so good for a while. 3 stars. Sonny Milano having himself a career series here. 2-2. Carter Hart, 34 saves. And Dennis Pippin. Okay. Or Denis Pippin? Sure. Let's keep going. So the Battle of Alberta is tied at this point. Montreal got a game back. Ottawa's tied. We're tied. Crazy series going on here. Well, it's a best of 3 now. Let's see what we can do. First period. Okay. Puljujärvi and Provorov put one in for them. Stevenson scores for us. 4th line scoring. We just need the big 2. Leeson puts one in. Okay. Hard to argue with that. A lot of secondary scoring for us in this game. Or in this series, I should say. Need the big 2 lines to step up, though. Right. Third period. What can we do? Tie game? I mean, Pittsburgh is kind of killing us. Or Philly is killing us in shots. All power play for Philly. 5. Oh, you can't give them 5-on-3. Oh. Oh, goodness. The wheels. The wheels are coming off. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Kubalik 4 assists, Provorov 2 goals, and Braden Point with 1 goal and 1 assist. We are on the ropes. Yeah, let's go back to that whole thing about getting a lead and then blowing it. So much for 2-1. Alright. So the Battle of Alberta is still going. Man, every series in the East is at 3-2. Alrighty. Well, let's take a look at the lines. Just for fun. I don't know if that... I want Lafreniere out there, though. I don't want to stick him on the second line. So right now we have 3 snipers on the second line. I don't think that's a good idea. What does that look like? Oh, what the heck? I mean, here we are. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to take Lafreniere off the first line. Like, he's been doing okay. He's got 6 points in 5 games. 4 points for Parise. Yeah, Lobel is not doing a thing, but I can't have the 3 snipers. I could use a playmaker, but that would say that I should do... Oh, okay. I guess. You know what? I guess we'll try that. Let's see how it goes. Gotta do something, because here we are. Alright. Let's rock and roll. Crank it up to 8 first period. Ugh. Not good. Not a good start. Oh, Bowen Byram. Oh, it's not looking good at all. Oh boy. We need a miracle here in the 3rd period. That's not a miracle, that's a penalty. Come on. Oh goodness. Something, anything. Oh. Well, thanks Mel for at least breaking the shutout. Okay. Oh, well, 3 stars, whatever. They're probably all Philly anyway. That's just disappointing. Oh boy. Okay. I think Charlottetown is out as well. Oh man. Well, draft time. I was hoping for more playoffs in this live stream, but I'll try and do a little more of an abbreviated version of my draft prep than I usually do. Oh goodness. We'll just do assistant GM best roster. Well, that was oh, Arizona Coyotes are the Stanley Cup champions. The Columbus Blue Jackets have fired their head coach, Adrian Watton. And the Arizona Coyotes and the Tucson Roadrunners win their championships. Interesting. All right, here we are. Detroit jumps from 14th to 1st. Wow. LA also jumps from 13 to 2nd. Oh, goodness. Those are gifts for the both of them. Boston drops from 1 to 3. And everybody else loses a bit of a chunk all the way down. Except for New Jersey. They're fine. But, wow. Boon for Detroit and Los Angeles there. Failed. Failed everywhere. The boss is disappointed. I'm disappointed. I thought we could do better than that. It was a rough start of the season, though. I don't know. I don't know if I had the right mix. Let's check out the retired players. Nikolai Ehlers retires. 1,173 points in 1,400 games. Kyle Connor, over 1,000 points in 1,200 games. Dylan Larkin retires at the age of 36. 1,000 points in 1,300 games. Gensel, also 1,000 points in 1,184 games. All these guys had over 300 goals. Connor over 400. Very cool. Teravainen. Tyler Bertuzzi retires. Beauvillier. Jacob Verana. What a career. 349 goals. 787 points. Nice. Sam Bennett retires. Tierney, McCann, Greenway. Okay, let's... Andre Kasha. Legendary Toronto Maple Leaf, apparently. D'Angelo retires, the age of 37. Daniel Sprong. Josh Hosang. Let's check out goaltenders. Georgiev retires at the age of 37. 327 wins. Thatcher Demko retires at 37. 317 wins. Wow, Malcolm Subban played till he was 39. Impressive. Pretty cool. Alright, did we lose any coaches? Charlottetown Pirates, we had one. Doesn't look like... Oh, yeah, we did. Trenton Denny and Bo Williams retired. Okay, so we're going to have to do some coaching changes. Alright. Well, let's take a look at what we got for draft picks. This current draft. Projected picks. We have the 22nd. We have the 37th. And then 2 7th rounders. So I kind of mortgaged our mid to late rounders, but we got a lot of players in our system. Let's see what's around that. The end of the first, start of the second round there, starting at about 22. I mean, the other thought is like we go all in with Murley or something and try and get a player like Lorentz to see if we can get a young guy that goes top 4. That's another option. Let's see what's available lower down here. See if we see anything that's obvious down here. Oh, nothing's knocking my socks off. What was it, 37? We have a couple would-be elites, maybe. There's a gem. Foot speed is a weakness, though. That always, that is a deterrent usually for me. Foot speed, mobility. Oh boy. All right. Take a look. Radulov. Don't know much about him. Skating looks okay on this Poulin. Left defense, 17 years old. Elite speed skating. Let's interview them and see what we see. Strength of competition is C though. So they weren't really playing against good competition. The puck skills and the senses look kind of terrible. This player looks a little more well-rounded. No weaknesses that we know of. 2 years away potentially. A+ competition. Looks a little more up the alley of what I'm thinking. So let's find out what their playstyle is. Let's get a lock on their ETA. And then we'll check their strength. As usually happens, really. So strengths, tell me skating. Perfect. I think this might be our target for our 22nd pick. Playstyle? Alright. So we got a two-way defender and readiness. Few seasons. So this is not a this year pick. We'd be picking them with the intention of using them down the road. 3 years away. Alright. Now let's take a look down the line a little more. That one says our scouts say it's a bust, so and a grinder. I like grinders in theory, but I don't like grinders in practice because they don't fit well usually on lines. Unfortunately, the whole chemistry system is really pigeonholed forwards into playmaker, sniper, and power forwards. And it's hard to get really good chemistry without that combo. Ooh, well, don't know much. Marty Glencross, C- competition, the stats look good, elite speed. Injury prone. We don't know much about him. Scout rank is 38. Kuznetsov is a gem, A+ competition. Foot speed is an issue, but they got a lot of other good stuff. Milan Lucic type player. Foot speed concerns me. But if it's a pure power forward, might be a consideration, especially it being a gem. Charles Hull, we don't know much more than stats. Gavin Potter, two-way forward. Delorier. And Postma. Some interesting stuff there. Are the senses maybe, but C- competition. What speed is an issue? Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts? Have you, from what we've seen so far, do any ring your bell? Or do we go big game hunting and try and get a player like Lorentz? That's the other question. Alright, I'm kind of leaning towards I'm leaning towards, what was it, 30? I guess Kuznetsov. I'm not totally sold, but seems to be possibly the best player in that area. All right. I could, if I do that. So you're thinking to move up, like go for Lawrence, basically. Because I can either dump them, or I can try and move up, and it may take me a couple first rounders in Merle to get Lawrence. That's the crazy part. But we can see. Alright, let's see if there's any diamonds in the rough real quick, and then if we don't see anything, we can move on to the draft. Alright. We'll see what we can do then. I make no guarantees, but I'll give it a shot. I'm just looking in the later picks to see if we can get something fun with our 7ths. Draft smacked. The Cliff Fletcher School of Drafting, I see. Alright, let's try that player just for fun. Alright, we'll put those on there just for my later round picks. But here we go. We're gonna try and get Lawrence. Alright, let's do this. Draft day. Draft smaft. Let's do it. Alright, so Lawrence I think is the 3rd. Nobody wants to trade their top 3 picks. That's just great. So we're gonna try and pick up the 3rd. Boston. Let's see what Boston wants for that first pick. So 3rd overall. Open block. Parise and Korpikari. Well, that's not gonna happen, but something similar could. So let's oh, they don't want Merle. Oh, that doesn't help. It doesn't help, but we're gonna try it anyway. Korpikari. Now, let's take a look at our defensemen that we have available. I think if they want Kurinen, I'm willing to deal Kurinen and keep Korpikari. And maybe that makes up the difference. So let's see if we can pilfer some picks for, I don't know, this year, next year, whatever. Alright. So we're gonna, this is not gonna go through, but that's okay. We're gonna offer up Merle and Kurinen for the 3rd overall pick, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th. Trade rejected, okay. Dump the 5th. Trade rejected, not close whatsoever. Alright. Let's dump the 3rd straight up. Not up to snuff at all. Okay, so this is where we're going to have to start adding some fun stuff. So they don't want our 37th here. Let's try adding the 2nd round pick for next year. Value just isn't there whatsoever. Okay. They do want our 22nd. Alright, let's throw that in there. And I will take your 2nd for next year and your 4th and 5th. Let's do it. Trade rejected. Isn't very interesting. Value isn't there. Okay. Just try it first and second. Wow, okay. Third this year. And fourth and fifth next year. Oh no, we lost the... ran out of time. Okay. So let's try this again. That's the problem, we're under the gun. So we're doing Murley and Curranen plus our 22nd overall. Let's try that. And we'll try for a third and a fourth and a fifth next year. Trade rejected, wasn't there. Nope, not there at all. Not particularly interested. Value isn't there whatsoever. Wow. Alright, well, I could throw in my second for next year. Oops. Aren't particularly interested in what you're sending us. Oh boy. I mean, we also have Carpenter we can throw at them. Let's try... What is Carpenter rated? Just a second. 76 overall. Carpenter is going to be rising up. He's going to be a heck of a goalie. I'd rather give up our first than Carpenter. But our first may not be enough. First, second, and third? I don't know. I don't think that'll be enough either. My goodness. We could also try LA real quick. Where are you, LA? Going the wrong way! Oh my goodness. LA. Come on, come on, come on. Draft picks. First. Open block. No, they want similar. Oh my gosh. Gosh. They want close to what we were offering there, but with Parise. I mean, the other option is I can just go trade for a defenseman if I can't get this done. They don't really want Murley, that's the problem. We're gonna have to restart this in a second anyway. I mean, we could try that. I don't know if it'll go through, but oh no. All right, last try. It feels like we're throwing them a blank check, basically. Actually, let's do one. Let's see if their opinion has changed at all. Boston. Third overall. Fine trade. Still just Parise and Corpacari. See, I was hoping that Murley and Curranen would be enough because I think it's about the same value, but they want that player. They don't want Murley. I mean, maybe we have to make another deal. Burn in. I guess we give it a shot with the goalie. We throw Carpenter up there, see what happens. Let's try next year. Let's try your second next year and a fourth and a fifth. Alright, let's try that. Rejected and not particularly well. Oh gosh. This might not happen. Rejected. Straight up. The big trade. Still don't want to take it. That's a lot of stuff. I guess we look somewhere else, or maybe we trade afterwards. Here's the other way to go about it. Let's set our find trade. Let's go to our trade block and go to our wants. Let's just get rid of those. We want a defenseman, top 2. And let's put Kernan on there. And we'll also put Murley on there. Okay. I'm just gonna wait till this pick goes through. The other thing we can do is wait till they select Lawrence and then see what they want for Lawrence. So they've already picked him. So let's do this the other way around. Let's go to Boston. And now that they have Lawrence, we may not have a beat on what he's worth, so let's just sort by name. Lawrence. So if we just do trade block, a first Carpenter and Kernan. What? Didn't I offer that plus Murley? Or something close to that? Whatever. Accept trade. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well then. That was ridiculous. But anyway. Gosh. So let's just see what's available on the block for Murley. No trades, open block. What? We can get the 5th overall. What's at the 5th overall? Do we even know? Where are we? I know it's at the 6th overall. Not very good. Oh, that's a risk. I know, I'm just, well, maybe I start looking for that power forward. I don't know what this player is. It's a right defenseman. I don't want a right defenseman. Okay, let's just do another little experiment here. Let's go take a trip to Buffalo, grab some wings. Just a little side journey. Just a little side journey. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it yet. Oh. Alrighty. Let's just go ahead and make our pick, shall we? I think I'll make my 37th, and then we'll move on with life here. And we'll get to the off season for a bit. We'll take Kuznetsov. And we'll just get a couple extra fun players in the 7th round. That was crazy. I didn't want to risk that 5th. I don't know. The 5th overall could be really good, or it could be just mediocre. But I'd rather use Murley to try and trade for something like a known quantity, rather than something unknown and probably good. But we'll see what we can do. There we go. Alright. So quicker draft and prep than usual, but that's okay. Works better for streaming it live. Only made 3 picks, but we got Lawrence. And that means I think that's our big top 4. Alright, we have scouts to re-up. And then we'll take a look at... We'll do a review of our lineup while we're doing contracts. I still would like a power forward that can play on the first line. That's my big hope there. I don't know what shape that's going to take. But we also need to see where we're going to be salary-wise, because we got a lot of big contracts. And when Lawrence has done his entry level, he's going to want bank, so... Here we are. Alright, contracts. Let's take a look. Start with the centerman. So up the middle, what does Stevenson want? 225 for 2. Wants to resign. Huh. How'd he do? 21 points in 82 games, played 11 minutes a night. I don't know if that's something we want to pay 2.25 mil. Maybe we look for somebody that fits our third line better and see if we can get them on the cheap, because we have 17 mil in cap space. And let's take a look quick. Is there any big names that we got to re-sign? Lang, no. Defenseman, Korpakari. We got like a billion of these mid-level defensemen to look at. Goalies? Kaigorodov, we have to re-sign. So, yeah. What does he want? 6 mil? Does he want to re-sign with us? He does. I'm willing to try 6. For a year? What do you want for 2? Oh, it goes up. Okay, well, we'll do 1 year. That's fine, gives us a little flexibility. Antropov doesn't want to re-sign with us, that's fine. We will find somebody similar. Mallet or Mallet, not to be confused with a mullet, does not want to stay. Well, he does, but that's okay. I would like to... let's just, well, that was Cole looking. Okay. Not great. Backup, I guess? We can let Montembeau go. So, we're gonna need a backup for sure. Stanton and... Ladipov, I guess? Stanton, Ladipov, Stanton. Latipov we can let go, or like not sign, but we'll sign Stanton. All right, good. And Fitz will give another year. Let's go back to centers. All right. Pierre Duchesne. I like Guerra, but he's another grinder. So maybe we'll let him go. I think we're going to have to try and find some centers in free agency. They may end up being very similar to what we have. Leeson I liked. And at 1 mil, I'm good with that. 1 mil 1 year. I'm good with that. I might be hard pressed to find another player like Stevenson at 2. Actually, what does he want? He wants to resign. He wants... I don't want to give him 2, so what I'm going to do is 1.9 for 1 year. Let's try 1.85. I can deal with that. That's fine. Duchesne. Right. 4th. We'll offer contract 1.8. But Gagne. What is Gagne looking at? Yeah. So let's try, and since we already have Legacy, let's let go of Gagne. And, or sorry, and we'll keep Gagne. Get that right. Because I'm okay with the League Min contract. Gustafson will let go. Let's check out these two. Anula. Well, we're probably going to need players for the A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 about. We're looking at Gagne or Leeson as our 5th, and then the rest will be in the A. So let's just qualify these two. Okay. Formanton, what does Formanton want? 1.8? I can deal with 1. 1.6? Even if like some of these contracts get buried, they're good depth. Ryder, we'll release. Sasaki, let's let that year go. Baines, nope, done. Claxon? Keegan Claxon. It's like the most Scottish name ever. I think we'll let you two ride out your last year. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna need some lower wingers and stuff. We'll figure that out. Lang, that's fine. That's a good deal. Richmond, 24, 4th round sniper. Not terrible. We'll give him a qualify year, see if he can bring it up a bit. Defenseman. Korpikari for sure. Oh, what? What? Oh, Lorentz are given a contract because Lorentz is going to be playing. Thank you very much. But, Korpikari wants 4 mil. I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to qualify Korpikari. What did they want? 3 years, 4.7. I find that unlikely. Westgarth, Valaket. Valaket I hate to say it, but I think I kind of ruined this player. They just never stepped up in the lineup. Always was kind of 80. Kopitar? Oh, well, I'm gonna qualify him, and if his demands get lower, then I can re-sign him, like a bridge, because right now I think he's gonna ask for what he thinks he's worth, and as the summer goes on, he's gonna get a little more leery. But if somebody tries to qualify him, then I can make a choice, or I could just deal him straight up, and somebody might take him for a better price than the qualify. For the what do you call it? Offer sheet. Like somebody might offer sheet him. We'll see. Bacchus. Bacchus is a good 7th. So, what does Bacchus want? League Min? I do like 2 years of League Min because I think it's one of those players that you know you kind of like. Oh, I know I can replace him. I'm not too worried about signing him. I'm not going to sign him for 4.7. That's too much money for what he is. For 80? He's 22 though, so you're paying for the future. But if I can deal him, and I have Murley to deal, so maybe I can package the two of them. We'll see, because like I can get 5, 6, 7 defensemen. That's not a problem. Valaket. Valaket I'd like to recover, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. I could, although what does he want? He wants 3 mil and he's a 75. He's disgruntled. So we're going to qualify him and see what happens. Same with Nicolishin. Nicolishin is very much in the same boat. Like how much does Nicolishin want? 1.25. That I can deal with? I don't know. Giroux, we'll release you. Just see what else is going on. Nicolishin, I feel like with Nicolishin and Valaket, I had them up in the NHL roster, but they never grew, so they got relegated. Even though they have the potential, they haven't become what they could be. Nicolishin, basically qualifying him is fine. 1 more year, we'll see. Alright, and then we got the goaltenders, so let's give it a day. See who says yes or no. Meech, yes. Happy to accept. Happy to accept. Honored to join the team. Okay, Formanton wants more money. He does easy decision, easy. Extremely happy. Easy, easy, easy. Alright, good. So we got Kygordov at 6. We still have 11 mil in cap space, and that's before making room. What did Formanton want? Oh yeah, he wanted 1 year. There we go. I'll try a little more than he was asking for 1 year. I know he wants the time, but that's okay. So let's double check UFAs. Just Formanton, RFAs, everybody's qualified. Go for a day. Okay, scouts in. Easy decision for Formanton. Okay, good with that. And the rest I think are RFAs. UFAs are good. Okay, let's go to free agency, shall we? Alright, easy decision, easy decision. Alright, good. Now, here comes the fun. What do we got? Jack Hughes, top 6 forward sniper. Got a 33-year-old Philip Zadina. 29-year-old Ackerland. 36-year-old Mikko Rantanen. Interesting. Timu Barkov. Bang is a playmaker. 33-year-old Brady Tkachuk. 36-year-old Brock Besser. Okay, let's have a look the other way. Not really knocking my socks off in terms of what's there. So let's take a look at... Now this doesn't give us a full picture because of the fog of war, but let's look at first line, power forwards. What do we got? The big boys. Oh boy. Alright, let's take a look at everybody. Forward line 4, all forward lines for Bolton. Valesi forward line 3, Alto forward line 2, forward line 4, Dylan Cousins forward line 1, center right wing. 32-year-old Dylan Cousins. Oh, but do we make a trade with the dreaded Montreal for a one-year player? Oh boy. Alright, let's keep looking. Kirby Dack. 32-year-old Kirby Dack. 3 years at $7 million. He's a center though. Oh, it's gonna do that thing where it jumps back to the top. Hold on. Marshall Sexsmith, line 3. Radcliffe, line 2. Nolan Patrick, all forward lines. Matthew Tkachuk, line 3. Line 3. Line 2. All forward lines for... We're back to Bolton again. So, seems like the best choice, but I don't know if Buffalo's going to make the deal. It's either that or Dylan Cousins. Alright, let's see if we can... Let's give her another shot. They got lots of salary space. So, if we... They don't want Murley, though. Goodness. Well, let's throw in something they do want. They would like Corpacari. Straight up, let's see if it works. Not particularly interested. Okay, let's try it the other way around. Yeah. Dylan Cousins might be easier to get on a 1 year, but it's sort of like we're selling 7 years of Murley for 1 year of Cousins. Although, we're freeing up the cap space and still getting a player back. So... 6 of one, half dozen of the other? If we get Bolton, this is dynasty time. So, let's go with Buffalo. Bolton. Open block. What do you got? Addison straight up. Oh, that's tough. Alright, let's see what Montreal wants for Dylan Cousins. And they want to trade Dylan Cousins. Yeah. So they want Vineyard, our first rounder, and Valaket. Okay. Valaket maybe. They don't want Murley either. Gosh. Valakut I'm willing to do. Just to get rid of the contract. Or at least get rid of the player. It's an RFA. I don't think anybody's going to offer anything for him, so... because I don't think I want to keep these two around. So let's do that. And, I mean, if we throw in Murley... Like, what is Vineyard worth? Not nearly as much as Murley. 1 year of Dylan Cousins. Could be good. Could be just right. I mean, basically we're selling. It's like the Zaitsev deal, is basically what it feels like. We're trading time with Murley for 1 year of good fit for Cousins and cap space after that. Because after that, we're going to have to pay Lorentz. So we're going to need cap space in 2 years. We could always re-up Dylan Cousins for like 2 years. Because how old is he? He's 32. So if we re-up him for a couple of years, that might fit. Let's try straight up. Trade rejected. Okay. It's probably going to be tough because they don't want Murley. So we're going to have to sweeten the pot. I am willing to put in the 2035 second rounder for your third rounder next year. Now this could also come to sting us because it worked. Hey, okay. All right, okay. We're making deals now. That happened. Alrighty. So Dylan Cousins, now a member of the Moncton Lions. I'm curious. I am curious. We can re-up Cousins. What does he want? He wants the same thing. Oh. Ooh. I see. Let's see if we can re-up him at 8.5 for 2 years. So that'd be good. That means we'd get about 3 years of Dylan Cousins. And after next year, we'd be saving about 2 mil on the cap. Let's see how that goes. So that's our first line now, is Lafreniere, Cousins, and probably Labelle, well, Labelle or Parise, preferably Labelle because he's a sniper. But we can lock those in for, if we can lock that in as our first line for at least the next 2 years here, then we can figure out what we want to do when we extend in the third year. So good stuff. We still have 10 million cap space. I got a lot more like little stuff to do, but I'll do that in another video. Now that we've done the big things and that we went through the draft, we got Lorentz. So we got our potentially other top 2 defensemen. It won't be for the first year or 2. Vineyard can fill in for that, and then hopefully we can move up Lorentz in the lineup. Hopefully we can start him top 4 with Gillies, and we'll see what happens. But thank you for joining me. Al, I appreciate the feedback, joining me while I go on this little adventure. It's always good to have input and see what people think. And I'll wind it up here. So please click like if you haven't already. Please subscribe if you haven't done that either. You know, next time we'll go through the off season, fill out the lineup, solve some of our other problems, and we'll get going on next season. I'm excited about that. So have yourselves a good one. I'll see you later.